and then it will go to the request. So just can you stop sharing the screen?
Okay, sir.
I have that while diagram so that I can take that while diagram and then I'll try to explain this. So when you go for this one, choose while. So now if you see here, you can see this particular image, right? Now in this particular image, now this is for while loop. Okay, so now first it will start itself, means first it will check the condition. If condition is true, then it will execute the statement. And then once again, it will increment or decrement. So here, this looping will have the increment, decrement. And once again, if the condition is failed, then it will fail and it will stop here. It is very simple. It starts, checks the condition, and then it will execute the statement. And if the condition is true, then execute the statement. And if the condition is false, then it will end the statement. If the statement is true, once again, it will increment, decrement, go to the condition. If it is true or false, if it's false, it will come here. If it is true, it will go ahead. So this is how the loop will be iterated over here. Now, if you see here, now here you're seeing it, right? It checks the condition. For an example, I equal to 100. The condition is true. Then it will go to the statement. It executes that statement. And here it comes to the increment or decrement. So if based upon that, it will check that particular condition. And once again, if it is true, it will execute it, or else it will be false. So this is in case of while. But in case, we have already discussed in case of for loop also. So now if you go for this particular for loop, we can see it here very clearly. So first it will come here, it goes to the initialization, it checks the condition, and then if the condition is true, then it will execute the statement, then it will go to the increment, decrement, and then check the condition. If it is true, then it will iterate this one. If it is false, then it will fail this one. So this is how this particular while loop would be executed. So and the difference, how it would be from the while and the if condition, we have been seen it. But where to use what, you will understand it clearly in the following session. Now, do while. So Vishwa, show me that do while. Did the do while?
Yeah.
Do while.
Yes, sir. I did, sir. Wait for us.
Okay, Divya, can you share the screen?
Sir, can I share?
Hello?
Sir?
Hold on, Vishwa. Divya, share the screen.
Sir, today I'll be joined through phone, sir.
Soumya, share the screen.
Yeah, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Yes. So can you share me for the do while?
Yeah.
Okay. So now if you see here, so how the do while will work. Now in this particular do while, this is what the syntax. Now first what we have done is we have been initialize the value, whatever the value we wanted to initialize, and then we directly executing the statements. And then we are coming and then checking that particular condition. See now, if the condition is true or if the condition is false, it doesn't matter. It will execute the statements first. But whereas in the while loop, so we will check that particular condition, then it would be executed with this particular statements. If condition is false, then it will not execute the statements at all. So that is a basic difference between a while and a do while. So always you remember that. So now here what we are saying, do and then while. So now this is do body. And then this is a while condition, while loop condition. Okay, so here you'll be giving this particular condition over here. So inside the loop, we have the condition. Always remember that. So now this is a particular operator which we'll be trying to give on this, and then we'll be validating it. Now you have been initialized, you're executing the statement and it go. how this would be working is initialization, the picture which I showed you, right? That's what the initialization statement, it will execute at least once, and then it will check for the condition, checking for the condition. And if condition rhombus, now this is called flowcharts, right? In flowcharts, we will be having rectangles and slanted rectangles, and then circles and ovals, and then rhombus. Everything will have their own values. What do you mean by rhombus?
Condition.
Decision making.
Condition.
So always when we
Parallel
have this,
sides.
I didn't understand what you're speaking, Sujit. But however, the rhombus is nothing but it is a decision making. Whenever we wanted to take any particular decisions, so either it's a true or false, so that particular true or false decisions would be taken care on this particular rhombus. And rectangles are the states. So now whenever we have a particular step or state to do, then we'll use the rectangles. Slanted rectangles, we will be using it for giving some inputs. If you are trying to give some input to the program, then I'll be giving it as with the slanted rectangles. And ovals, start program, end program. So that is where these ovals are ruled. So circles will not use. Sometimes instead of ovals, the people use the circle, dotted circle, means dark circle like this, to indicate this is the start point and the end point. But this is not encouraged. Ovals are the right things which we need to do it. So oval, start or stop, rhombus, decision making, slanted rectangles are inputs, and rectangles are the states. So this is how we'll be having it. If you see here, these are the rectangles which we have been given it. Now, so this is initialization, statements, execution, and condition checking. If condition is true, then once again it will, here we'll be having increment and decrement step, and here the condition is true, and here it is condition is false. If it is false, then it will ends. And if it is true, then it will once again go to the statement. If you see here, this is what the initialization, statement, execution, then it will check the condition. And if the condition is true, then it will increment, and once again it will go to the statement. And it will iterate this particular loop. And if this particular checking is false, then it will ends over here. So this is how this would be executed. So true or false. So this is how it takes that, and then it will proceed further with this, and then it executes and it ends the program. So this is where the do while will be executed. So the basic difference between the while and do while is whether the condition is true or false. At least once the statement would be executed, and then it checks the statement, and then it will be exited. So now where to use this one is depends upon the scenarios which we wanted to take it up. So that is where we will be going to have this one. Any questions in the syntax of while, in syntax of do while and for, and then in terms of explanation of the internal structure of for loop. So we have been shown the images, right? So for loop image, while image, do while image. Image is this flow chart, the flow chart of this particular loops. Any questions?
Sir, in do while, it will check after the incrementing of the value, initial value, it won't check this. Sir. Suppose if the value is
Now-
2, it prints 2 and then it increments with value 1 and it will check for 3 is less than or equal to 8.
That's it. So now that is what the statements we written, right?
Okay.
Now here the value is 2. Now here the value will be increment to 3. Now when it goes here, so the value of this one is 3 less than 8.
Okay.
Now it is true. Next time 4, 5, 6, last 8 greater than 8. Here the condition fails. Even the condition fails, it will last time once again it will iterate this, and then it will come out of this one. See, anyways, the condition failed, then it will come out of this one, not for this one. So now because all these executions will happen, then only this particular condition will be validated. Just debug that particular program so that you can understand it clearly. Any other questions on this?
Sir,
Yes.
what if the value is 9? If the value is 9, how it works?
Karthik, till 9, it will not even come, right? See now, how it will be incremented. So now 8, so now it is greater than or equal to 8. Now, if it is 9, then the condition is failed, right?
Yes. Fine.
So now,
Okay.
so now the incremented value. So that is what I asked you to debug. So okay, keep the debugger point and run the debugging, Sonia. Okay, add that particular value. My value equal to 2. My value to the watch. What you added? I'm asking you to add my value. So you didn't do the debugging at all.
I have done the debugging, but not watch.
Okay, if you don't have the watch, what you do in the debugging?
In debugging, it will be shown that my it will be coming my value is 2.
How it would
3.
come? That is what I'm asking. If you don't understand this one, these values to add to the watch, there is no point of doing debugging, right?
Actually, I have done that.
Just click on that my value and then right click and then add it. Now you execute it. F6.
It's not executing.
This. So now the value of this one is 2. Yes. Once again, click the same. So now execute it once again. So it printed here. Now whatever the value you wanted to execute it, so the value printed here. This statement also executed. Now you wanted to execute this statement, execute it. Same, click on that. So now you see the value of this one incremented to 3. So here you are seeing the values, right? The value is equal to 3. Now the you add this condition also. Select this one from here to here. Complete select yes. Traces not required. Only the value, the condition you need to check it. Right click and add watch. Okay. So now so you seen it here, right? It is 3 and true. So the value is true. Now condition once again it will run. Now F6. See now go for the F6. So now here it is there and it started. It need to execute it. Print it. F6. Now you see here the value printed 3. Now value plus plus. Now till the value is 3 here. Increment the value F6. It incremented to 4. Now execute that one. It's true or false. So now iterate it for quickly for 6 times next. F6, F6, F6 like that. So now you can see it here, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the value is incrementing. Hold on till 7. Stop. Okay. Now the value is 7. Now 7 is less than 8. Now it's still the condition is true.
True.
So now once again iterate it. F6. Now the value, click it. So now this also the 7 is also printed. Now the value is now
8.
not at incremented. Now you clicked F6, it incremented. Now the value is 8. Still the condition is true because 8 equal to less than or equal to 8. Now condition still true. Yes, you go for again. Now come back. Now you're printing the value 8. Click it. F6. See now the 8 value is also print. Hold on. Now the value is 9. Condition is
False.
False.
you see condition is false. Now click F6. F6. It come out.
Came out of the list.
See, only for the first time, only the value would be printed. Now, as condition is failed, it will not even execute this one. Because first time I don't have the condition to validate for this one. So that it will be executed and then it will be printed for this. See, this is what you need to debug and then let us know. This is what you need to see. See now here you can see very clearly, right? You can see the what is a value and what is a whether these things are passed or failed. Yes, I'm getting some background noise. Okay, so now here you will be having this false and then this is the value which you can see it. So this is how this would be executed and then it will be done. So that's the basic difference between a while and a do while. Still questions? So means, see guys, you are not practicing. All you people are not practicing. So unless you practice it, see what I have did it. Write a for loop, print that particular pyramid, means then what you have done. So then you just copied the codes and then you're trying to show it to me. Once you debug that program, keeping a debugger, adding to the values to the watch, adding the conditions to the watch, you see it and then try it out. See, is it hard? So just giving a right click and going it, clicking F6, 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 or F5. That is what you're trying to do. That's it, right? I don't understand what is the complexity here.
Without adding to watch, can we do like this? To terminate this.
See, if you wanted to terminate here, you have this red color button.
Yeah, but it's not.
Click on it.
Mhm.
Here. Program terminated. Which one you wanted to run? You didn't keep any debugger pointer.
It's not showing.
You need to add them. You delete them. So now, first of all, you select this all, delete it.
This all.
Not required, right? Those things are not.
Can I close it?
No. Just give right click on them. You can remove all. It removed all. Now, whatever you wanted, what you wanted to add, mynum you wanted to add. Select mynum.
But
Click
for
on
me, I
my.
got without adding to watch directly. Oh, I didn't.
You need to go directly click and then you need to add the values so that then only it will add it over here, or else it will be carried out with the older ones.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? So we have been discussed with for loops and while, do while, and we have been discussed with the flowcharts of this one. Basic difference between for and do while. This is what we have been discussed. And as part of this one, we have been discussed the debugging. Okay. I wanted to see everyone doing the debugging. Can you do when everyone start doing this debugging? So I'll just visit to multiple machines. Open all your loops. Open your star. The pyramid is there, right? Start showing me how you have been started debugging. Add the values to your expression and then show me how you are trying to do on it. Stop sharing, Sonia.
So any program or a pyramid program, sir?
You can better in the pyramid program, you can understand better, but if you wanted to do it in any other program, you do it. Not a problem.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Satyashiva, share the screen.
1 second.
Pina, pause the session, Pina. So just I wanted to see only debugging. Pause the session.
So are you visible, sir?
It is visible, but first to make the code alignment, Control A, Control Shift F. See, if you show me that it is not at all readable for anyone, now we can see, right? So which for loop is inside which for loop? Debug it. Explain me the program.
Here we taken rows is equal to 6. And it,
Why?
sir,
Why you taken 6?
you can take any numbers, sir, rows. You can print rows. You can take 7 or 9.
What is that particular value will play a role?
Sir,
Why you need to give it as 6 or 7? So means what it is that rows in your output where you can see that particular thing.
so I debug, sir. It will come. It will appear like here rows. Here 1, 2, 3. Like.
Okay, go ahead. What it was happening now?
It's adding 1, 1. Taken as a it adding, sir.
What is the row value now?
Or row value 1, sir. Sorry, I don't.
So blindly you copied the program, you brought it up, and then you're showing it to me.
No.
Still, you are not able to tell me what is the row value. Until unless you tell me the row value, don't explain.
Row
me
value
anything.
1, sir.
What is the row value in how you? I was clearly not able to understand. In the row value, what is in 23 line number 23?
6. No, you are. I think you are asking now what is the printing in.
Yes,
here.
I'm asking is yes. What is the row value on that?
1, sir. First row it's printing, sir.
Add the expression to watch Shiva, then only you will understand that. Yeah, I'm saying the same thing for, see, now just to hover on that, just come out. Yes, click on it, hover, just hover on this,
Sir,
hover on that value, row 1. You see what is the value it was showing?
6.
Then you're saying 1. Okay,
I think
come
1
back.
is printing. Which
Huh?
row it's printing?
It's printing 6th row only, boss.
Okay, sir.
So come to the line number 24. See, now what is the 5th means the row? Actually, you need to understand the program. What you're trying to do, you're trying to print the reverse pyramid.
Yes, sir.
When you're printing the reverse pyramid, you're printing the last row. Now, what is a row? If the value, you can see it on line number 24. What is which row now you're trying to print?
6th row.
It is not 6th row. Row minus 1. It is 5th row you are trying to print it. So now 5th row you are going to print now.
Yes, sir.
So now 5th row, how many times? See, now this is what one condition. So now this is first for loop, and then second for loop, third for loop.
Okay.
First, try to debug with a simple for loop. Don't go for this. If you understand one iteration, one loop, then you go for 2 for loop.
Okay.
If you see, why you writing, why you copying all these things and then showing it to me? How it mattered to me? Do you think that I don't get these programs in Google and then copy paste it here to run? When I'm asking, you just go and then debug the program and then show it to me. This is what the expectation, right, Satya?
Okay.
You tell me what is the benefit out of this?
I tried, sir, but row.
If you didn't understand, then why I'm here? or why Pina is here. You can ask Pina, right? So did you ask him, or didn't he explain you, or did you ask your team members?
No, sir. I didn't ask.
Okay, now today what I'll do, for loops are over, these things are over, I'll go for the arrays. Then how you will understand this? You don't know, you didn't understand debugging, you didn't understand the for loops. Guys, please don't do this for me. This is for you people. You need to understand this, right?
Yes.
Take a basic for loop and then show it to me. Don't see, I'll not leave you people until unless you learn, or until unless you leave this session. Either one thing you need to decide. Write a program and debug and show it to me. Simple for loop. I'll get back to you. In the meantime, Lavanya, share the screen. Stop sharing. Lavanya, this is, I think last time itself, I asked Veena to remove you. I don't know why it is not happened. But still, are you able to hear me? Can you respond?
హలో అన్న హలో
Happy na?
లావణ్య వచ్చి వాళ్ళ ఇంటర్నల్ టీమ్ తో షీఈస్ కనెక్టింగ్ డూయింగ్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్ అన్న. బట్ ఏమంటే కమ్యూనికేషన్ ప్రాబ్లం వల్ల తను ఏది టర్మినాలజీ చెప్పలేదు. సో నేను 2 days లో చెప్పానన్నా, నేను కనెక్ట్ అవుతాను అని చెప్పి చెప్పాను.
Kanisam, yes or no? She can talk in any language, right, Pina? Even if she wanted to talk in Telugu also, I'm fine. What's the problem in there? I never asked they need to talk in only English. They can take any their regional language. If they are comfortable with Tamil, Hindi, Telugu, anything they can talk about it, right? If not at all responding, how I need to react for it?
Yeah, we will see for today and tomorrow and remove.
Fine, Pina. Aisha, can you share the screen?
Yes.
Everyone get ready, add the variables, trying to explain me the program. We're doing since last 1 week for loops. But still we don't understand what the programs. Just we go Google, copy, paste it, and then execute it. It will run and then it will give me the output.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, Aisha. Align the code, Aisha, align the code. Stop program. Terminate the program. It was going on infinite loop. Terminate the program. Click on this red button. Click on it. This execution is not at all stopping. Close the Eclipse. You keep some infinite loop. So that's the reason it was trying to go infinite. You see here the process, it is running.
Yes,
That's
sir.
PID is nothing but process ID. Save it and then close it. And you see your CPU, it would be hitting you at a high. Balakrishna, share the screen. Debug it. What you are trying to do?
Print the I value.
Print it. Now what is I value?
Yes.
What is, I'm asking you,
I
what
equal
is
to
that?
0.
Okay, iterate it now. F6, F6. Give F6, yes, go ahead with F6.
Correct. You did, sir, but it's not working.
If it is not working, click on this. See, the same thing I just informed for Soumya. So that means, is it not informed to you? What is I value?
0.
Excellent. Once again, click F6, F6. What is I value?
0.
Excellent. Once again, click it, F6. Hold on. Why I value is 0?
Sir, here giving a value I equal to 0. But condition is not up. So what you want the I value?
Add I here. Don't add this I equal to 0. Only add I. That is the reason I asked to give the good variable names so that it is easy to add into the watch. Add to the watch. It's not incrementing. There is some problem in the program. What was the problem?
Can I watch the conditions?
Okay. In that one, what is the condition, Balakrishna?
So I value is 0, sir.
What is it?
I value equal to 0.
What is that?
It prints when I less than 10, sir.
Balakrishna,
Increment
understand
I
my
plus
question, Balakrishna. If I'm assigning a value to a variable, what is that statement called as? See, I equal to 0 you have been given in that particular loop. What is that called as? Okay, I less than equal to 10. What is this called as?
Conditions.
I plus plus. What is this called as?
Incrementals. I increment. It's also conditions.
I plus plus is called a condition.
No, so incremental. I increment.
And then you are saying it is also condition. See, on that day, I don't know. I explained for 1 hour, guys. This is initialization. This is condition. This is increment or decrement operator. 3 things here. I given 4 steps. What is it? When I ask you to add condition to the watch, what you're trying to do, you're adding from here to here. Condition is only this. Add this to the watch, not all the things to the watch, right? Okay, so now just stop execution the program. Sorry. Just ping me from the code number 9 from 8 to 12. Copy that program and ping me in the chat. Copy that and then paste it. Have you pasted in the chat?
Yes, sir.
Okay, stop sharing the screen. I don't know, there is some problem. I just wanted to debug the program. That's why I asked you to share me the code. Okay, hope you guys are able to see my this one, right?
Yes, sir.
Mm. Okay. It's printing perfectly for me.
Sir, what was the difference here?
That is what I'm saying. Sir.
Earlier also initialization was done above only.
See, that is where
Name
I'm
change
not able.
affected?
Share the screen back. See, I didn't make any change here too. See, same program, I copied it and it worked fine for me, but for him it is not working. Just share the screen. Balakrishna, share the screen. Give me the control.
Sir, should we remove the old ig equal to 0 value, sir?
Where we have been given old I.
In the expressions name I equal to 0 value, it has not run, sir, or previously.
That's nowhere concerned. It's printing properly.
The above line, I guess, is not executing properly where three variables are included.
I'm having distraction in your voice, Sujit.
Sir, there is construction is going on, so beside.
Okay. Even now it is also working fine. What else I did it? I didn't do anything, right? It's running properly only. Even now it's working fine. Hmm. Go for infinite loop, right?
This is the error, right?
Hmm. It is going
Not
to,
ending, sir.
this will go now. If I keep this in, it will run. Go for infinite loop, huh? And that is also stopped. No. So that it went for this. So now what we are trying to do, it's just an expression only, right? Why, if you add this one, why it was not, see, when I add this one to this debugger pointer, so this is creating the problem. But if I remove
Always
this,
assign the value to 0.
that is what it was happening. But it is, means always it was going to 0. I never tried because these things we will not even do that, because first we'll check the initialization and then it will start running. Now it works fine. It works fine. So because it was incrementing improperly. So when we have been added this value, what it was happening is every time it was taking the I equal to 0. Probably, but why it was taking that one, I don't have the clue. I'll just check. Okay, however, fine.
So if we can add instead of 0, we can add some other value. It could be added there in the program.
It should be right. If it is
Yeah.
able to add for this,
0.
now definitely it will. See, now what it was happening, Prema, it is always taking this value as
2.
I. Now, see, now it will print always true. Okay, now if I start, okay, I need to terminate this and then do it. If I added I equal to 2, right? Now we see it, what it will happen. So when I start to do the debugging, it always print me 2.
Yeah.
See, because it was adding, it was taking that particular value to 2. It was overlapping the incremental values and all. See, now what we are trying to do, so this is an initialization, and we will not once initialized, then we'll leave this part. Only increment and these things will be working on. But what it happened is, now even those this particular initialization, every time it was initializing for that particular loop. But why it will initialize if I add it to the watch? That is what we were not able to understand. Okay, I'll just look into this, why it was happening. Okay, fine. But got it. So fine, guys. So take this particular star program. Where is that one? Balkrishna, I'm asking you, where is that particular star programs to be printed?
Sir?
Star program.
Start Project Explorer on.
Okay, guys. See, one thing for sure, until unless you understand this particular while loop, do while loop, and for loop, iterating it and then printing that particular values, debugging that particular program. See, most of the people will get stuck in the debugging. So if you don't know the debugging, every time you need to depend upon someone to come and fix your programs. Do practice this one today well. All three. You don't go for multiple things. Means nested if, nested for. So don't go for that one. Do basic for loop, while loop, do while, debugging, and then get back to us. And if you're confident that if I'm doing it, then go for the nested for loop and then do it. And then get back to me. Tomorrow, I'll see the arrays and then this debugging. We'll catch up tomorrow. Thank you all. Have a great day. See you. Bye.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.